All right, let's roll out to work.
I still don't understand the cat thing.
Oh, my little baby cat.
No.
That's so cute.
No.
Are they babies?
No.
Me?
Doesn't that make them kittens?
No.
They're adult cats.
Babies forever.
They're just children.
Yeah.
To a cat lady.
That's like your young... Yeah, that's a cat lady saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she's not allowed to go to pet stores anymore. She'll just bring them all home.
Oh my gosh, they're by
Really?
the register.
Yeah.
How many cats do you have?
2.
That's not bad.
But
I'm just saying, she can't go back.
So many. Ethan and I check the new cats every day.
They're like
Of
Pokemon.
course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they at Petco they have the cats at the register, and I'm so like paying for stuff and I can see them.
It's like
through
an
the
impulse
window.
buy?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that one looks so
Buy some
sad.
food, bring home a cat.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
I just want to take them.
They always hiss at me.
Oh, that's because you're evil.
Yeah.
I'm not in Slytherin.
You might be a mummy.
Was that in
Yeah, the cats hate the mummy.
In what?
The mummy.
The Mummy?
Oh. I
Remember they
haven't
hold
seen
a cat?
movie in
Oh, cat.
so long.
Oh, it's an Egyptian thing,
It's an
huh?
Egyptian thing, yeah.
Did you go on the Mummy ride at Universal in Orlando?
We had a go too.
So much better than ours here.
Is it? I don't remember the one here being bad.
It's really bad. It like goes forward and then it goes backwards and then it's done.
That's what this one did.
No, this one's way fun. Because I told Emma I wasn't going to go on it. And she's like, no, it's different. And I went on. I'm like, oh my god, it's the best ride.
I remember it being pretty close.
Go on the... Go
Oh,
up
we will.
to...
Go now.
Yeah, go
Let's go now.
No.
I seen 5 minutes of Gods of Egypt. I wasn't liking it.
Wait, I need you to hurry up and read. So I can get that book.
Let's stop. Let's stop real quick. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Hi.
Katrina Swathwood, who you know as a liar,
Thanks.
and Lacie,
The cat lady?
Ewing?
the cat lady.
Yes.
Do you know how to say her last name?
Ewing?
Ewing.
Ewing?
Yeah.
Not Ewing?
No.
It's EW, right?
Yes.
Ew. Ing.
Ewing.
Like
But with a U. I say with you.
We're gonna talk about Doctor Strange and stuff today, but first of all, we'll get through the conversations that we were just having before. It is recording, right? Yeah.
Terrible.
It wouldn't be the first time that I was not recording. What does Corey have to finish reading? Have you finished reading it yet?
American Gods?
Yeah.
No.
Have you read it at all?
No.
How far are you?
I mean, have you read it all this week?
Yeah, I think I'm about halfway. I don't know what the or the total page number
You
was.
don't know.
When does it start? The show?
Next year.
Yeah, Hawaii is away.
Alright.
Yeah. You're
He may
It's
only
a
be
short
halfway through,
book.
but he'll actually remember everything that he read in the
that's
first
true.
time.
I have to reread it.
Yeah.
So, before the show comes out, Lacie wants to borrow it, and then
I need to reread it.
she wants to reread it.
And there's only one book, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I only bought. He bought me one book.
There's a loose, separate book that takes place in the same kind of, I mean, it's the real world, but the same kind of universe, and it
He
has
does
a
that.
character from American Gods in it.
But it's not a series.
I think it was one of the guys at the corners.
Is that like how Stephen King puts characters in other books of his?
Yes. So we'll do Doctor Strange from the beginning to the end. I left my notes in the other room that I wrote down, so there's
You
that.
want notes down?
I did,
Good.
because whenever we talk about a movie after we see it, we always kind of forget what we saw.
And
So
now
I-
you forgot your notes?
Yeah, and I forgot my notes.
Well, you
So,
gotta start, Robert.
Let's just start about Corey and I saw it on Saturday, and Katrina and Lacie saw it on Sunday. Did you guys see the Rogue Squadron trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
Did it have the Wonder Woman trailer?
No. We had
Aw.
Logan, which was awesome.
Which we had. You didn't even come.
I don't
You were there
care
for
about
Logan.
Yeah, I've seen that trailer.
What I told him was cool is the Logan slogan. The Logan font is the same as the Old Man Logan that's on the cover of the comic, so that was kind of cool. Even though they're not calling it Old Man Logan.
He looks real old, though.
Yeah, he looks like Joel from
Real
Last of
old.
Us, right? No,
Yeah.
Last of Us, Joel
Broken.
looks
he's
just
weak.
like him.
I'm calling it now. They show a scene with he's standing with like a shovel and little girls next to him. They look all beat up. That's them burying Professor X.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I'm pretty sure
That's sad.
Patrick Stewart said it was his last X-Men movie too.
How many times have they said that?
Over and over and over again.
But he is getting old.
So it's
So
Anyways,
there was a Wonder
they're
Woman
all-
trailer.
Wonder Woman trailer,
Oh,
and I've heard
so
just
badass.
massive shit talked about this movie, and it looks awesome. Like, yeah.
So that means it's gonna be that horrifically bad.
Horrifically
Oh,
bad.
I can't talk. You'll know this.
Yeah.
So-
It looks really good. The fighting looks good. She looks good. Chris Pine looks funny.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be a decent movie, which would be a first for first post Nolan DC movie to be good.
That's debatable.
No,
Yeah.
we can go to Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes and look and see if Man of Steel is any good. We were watching The Count of Monte Cristo the other day. You've seen it, and
So
that he
good.
was in it.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Well,
Until
he
this
already
last
had
time.
that conversation beforehand. He just doesn't remember.
No.
Emma's friend just bought the book, and so we're having movie night because none of them have actually seen the movie.
Corey hasn't either.
So,
Yeah.
oh,
It's pretty good. I just recorded it.
Was it The Cat of Monte Cristo?
it could be.
It's about a sandwich.
Oh.
No, Rogue One trailer, awesome.
Yeah.
It's got Mads in it as well, so that links in back into Doctor Strange. Well, the Logan trailer, was it called Logan?
Yeah.
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 Looks
Oh,
really
Logan?
good.
No, it's
What other
Logan.
trailers were they playing when we were there? Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
was
that
the
one
last
too.
You see toddler Groot.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
The whole theater was like, oh. It was really cute.
Space movie that.
A lot of space movies
Oh,
coming out.
the space between us.
Yeah. No one cares about that.
What is that?
I do.
What's the space
It's
between it?
great.
A Mars boy comes to Earth for some chick.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't get that one.
Yeah, I
Oh.
know they did not get
We
that.
got
We got
Ryan,
Life,
Ryan Reynolds.
the Ryan Reynolds one,
No, we didn't get that.
with Jake
What's that?
Gyllenhaal. We saw the trailer for it after Walking Dead last week.
Yeah.
There's the one with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. Space
Nope.
movie coming out.
Nope.
Didn't
I
see
can't
that.
remember what it's called, but it's coming out.
We
And
got
then
Pirates of the Caribbean.
we got Pirates
Ooh,
of the
yeah,
Caribbean.
that looks good.
That
I
little
like that
snippet.
Javier Bardem is the bad guy. That's him, right?
Yes.
You haven't seen the last one, have you, either?
No.
The Blackbeard
I
one?
don't know if that's necessary.
No,
Javier
probably not.
Bardem is being used too much as a bad guy, I think. Maybe it's just my opinion, but, you know.
Do you think Mads is going to be a bad guy in Rogue One, or do you think he's going to be like one of the
Captured
scientists
Yeah,
in...
the trailer kind of made it seem like...
He was
no,
captured,
yeah,
right?
He's
Yeah.
not a bad guy.
I'd like to see him play a good guy. I mean,
And that Darth
he's
Vader's
like
gonna
that.
force his hand.
He played Lashif, he played Hannibal, he played... what was his name in Doctor Strange?
It's a weird
It was
one.
something like fancy.
Oh,
Callisto or
I
something?
couldn't tell you anybody's
Mm.
name in that. I was
Callisto?
Yeah.
What?
It was my mama did.
And when he did the loop, he said it so many times. Like, what is
Yeah.
his name?
It's Dormammu.
Dormammu.
It's
Nice.
Dormammu.
You know
Um,
that.
Well, I've read Spider-Man. Dormammu is actually a character that crosses several different...
What about Wong? Did he?
I don't remember. I mean, he's not in Spider-Man or anything. Not like enough for me to remember him. But all I'm saying is there was a lot of good trailers going in to the movie, which isn't always the case.
I can't remember any other ones that we had.
I think that was it.
But as
Yeah.
far as Doctor Strange, what did you guys think?
I thought it was more funny than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Not funny.
I didn't think it was funny at all. Oh, what was so comedic
What?
about it? A
It
surgeon
wasn't
getting in a
comedic.
car
I
accident?
thought it was going to
Yeah.
be just...
There was like
It was
little
sad.
pieces that were funny that
Uh-huh.
were just in it that I didn't expect.
Like, what's your name, Master? And he's like, Doctor. And he's like, Master Doctor? Or was it Mr. Doctor?
Mr.
No, he's like, Strange. He's like,
I'm not one to judge.
yeah. That whole interaction
That's
between him was great.
The cloak was the flying carpet from Aladdin.
Yeah, I can't remember what they called it. It was the cloak of levitation or,
Right.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Which, when he was falling out of the building,
Would have been nice.
he had it.
Yeah.
Why weren't you using it?
Which building did he fall?
When they were like all the buildings.
Oh, he was using it, and the guy was using his...
His boots.
Little
Yeah,
bits.
I like that little...
I
You
didn't
see in the
even see
background, you see the...
Yeah, the little sparks. Did you guys saw the end credit scene, right? Both of
Both
them?
of them, yeah.
Okay, just wanted to say, before we move on. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I'm gonna say the opposite of everything
Of
you
course
say
you
for
are.
the
That
entire
would make
podcast.
sense.
I thought it was actually really funny, and I like that they showed how arrogant he was, and they didn't take a ton of time before he got injured his hands. You know, you never know
It took a good
how,
amount of time.
how the origin stories are gonna be.
Well, that's all it was an origin story.
Yeah, no, I understand, but I mean it seems like now that they're further in. What is this phase? Is this still phase 2 or is it phase 3?
2, I would think.
They kind of scooted along instead of being so long and drawn out.
Up until he got his.
Yeah, up until he got his. Although I did think that him going from surgeon to injured was fine, but then going from injured to going to training was fine. But then he was a master in like a couple months.
I agree.
They already spent
I did memory.
Yeah, they already spent 40 minutes getting you that far. They gotta.
And they gotta rush it somewhere.
Yeah.
If they spent that, don't you think this was one of my? And I immediately thought of you, Corey, when I saw this. After she hits him and separates him from his
Right.
astral body from his body, she sends him through all the different like dimensions and stuff. Why did that take so long? And I thought of you when I was watching it. And I'm like, this is going on for a long time.
That was the biggest fucking trip.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you saw it in 3D and you were like drunk or high?
It
You
reminded
probably.
me of all the blacklight posters.
Yeah,
I was like, what's
exactly.
All
happening
the little
here?
hands going off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is taking a long time though. And
It
then
did take a while.
yeah, but I really liked it. I thought Cumberpatch was really good. He was
he did a
excellent in
good
the
job,
role.
yeah.
It was weird hearing him not have an accent.
That was weird. That's the first thing I noticed. So I was like, all right, so they're not going to
Why
have
you watch
him-
Sherlock?
Yes.
Of course.
Good show.
Comes back in January.
Well, what else is he in that he doesn't use his accent? Now, what else is he in?
Star Trek.
Oh yeah,
Imitation Game.
He was a dragon.
Hobbit.
yeah. What was the movie where he was the WikiLeaks guy?
Nobody watched it, but I don't know the name
What's
of it. Whatever the name of that guy is, probably.
Julian.
I think that's not the name.
It starts with an A,
Estrange.
something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I guess he really hasn't been in a ton of stuff.
He probably has. We just haven't watched it all.
Yeah.
He was the perfect pick for Doctor Strange, though. What'd you guys think of Tilda Swinton
She did a
Sweet.
great job.
Yeah.
as the ancient one? You know that was supposed to be played by an
Male.
Asian person.
Correct.
Oh.
Like
and it was a big
male
hubbub
Asian.
about
Yeah.
it.
Was there?
Yes.
Hmm.
It's
I mean-
like whenever they change anything at Marvel, they get death threats.
Oh.
They kind of it was kind of cool that they made her like I mean you couldn't really tell if it was a man or a woman and she was
Oh,
I
in
mean,
the
she had,
beginning?
yeah she had delicate features because she's a woman but I mean like she could have gone I don't know you can't really tell what she is.
So you're saying gender neutral.
Yeah, she's gender neutral. Well, she was in Constantine as well, wasn't she?
It's just an angel.
Yeah, she was an angel, so it was
She looks more
non-gender
normal.
specific.
She looks weird in this, but it's probably the most normal looking she's ever looked in the movie.
She does. What else has she been in? Constantine's the only thing that
was in
comes to
that
mind.
movie on the train
The Lion, the Witch, and the
Oh
Wardrobe.
yeah, she was the witch, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
with Chris Evans.
Even,
Oh yeah,
and
she was in Snowpiercer.
Yeah, she was, and she was really good. in that.
Yeah.
And then she was in like the Grand Budapest Hotel and probably
Yeah, I
a couple
didn't
more
know
of
that.
his movies.
I really like Mads. I mean, Marvel's.
He wasn't in it a lot at all.
Well, yeah, in Marvel has a reputation, and I've seen it a ton online for not developing their villains very well.
Yeah, I
In
say
the
weak
movies?
villain.
Yeah, you say it's a weak villain, but I don't think he was a real villain. It was kind of like his origin and a minor
He was
villain
being
to
used.
Yeah.
set up for the next big one.
Then the bigger one was the weaker villain.
But I like every scene he was in. I liked him in because he seemed just as powerful as he seemed more powerful than anybody else. Like the shit that he was doing and I didn't like the fact that all of a sudden he got to Doctor Strange got sent to the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York, and he was able to defeat two of the guys that just
Yeah.
defeated the master
Oh,
that was
swung
there
through a
before
door.
him. Like all of a sudden he's, and I know they're supposed to be building him as he has all this already. He's a
He didn't beat him by like sheer wits. Like he subdued him because that
the master fell in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, but the cloak helped him. You know, the cloak did all the work. He'd been dead like 18 times over. So you can say it was just happenstance that he managed to survive,
Yeah.
and he got freaking impaled. But you know,
I have a soft spot for Mads anyways, just because he was Hannibal.
I like him.
And I think he was a better Hannibal than Anthony Hopkins.
I don't think
Oh.
I don't think he elevated the role in
I
this
don't know
movie.
about
Like
that.
it didn't. I can't say he was a better villain because he was in it,
Well, they didn't really spend much time on him, so
which is too bad.
agreed.
I think the fact that I'm gonna go way off track and all kinds of stuff. I think the fact that in Hannibal, it showed Hannibal a lot before he got caught, instead of just in the other movies. It wasn't as much before that everybody knew he was the crazy person.
Right.
It helped develop the character for me that made him a better Hannibal. I mean, what Hannibal was only in the movie for 16 minutes. In the movie, in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
It is. No, it was great. I'm just saying I really like Mads Mikkelsen. I read the Danish pronunciation of his name. We're not doing that.
Oh.
It's Mads Mikkelsen. There's a G in there, but there's no G in his name. It's just not English pronunciation. So, well, Mads Mikkelsen.
It reminded me of Inception. A lot.
Yeah. With the bending of, especially the bending of the streets.
Yeah,
and
I would say if Inception had sex with a kaleidoscopic gearwork movie, that's what we got. How many kaleidoscopic like effects were there of it? Just
a lot.
How much would your head have hurt if you watched it in 3D?
Yeah, it would have been a little tough.
I'm just like, how did they even think of that? How did that all come together? That
LSD.
huge scene.
Could you imagine
Probably.
seeing it in 3D on LSD?
No.
No.
I mean, I've never used LSD. Anybody?
No.
Eh.
Okay. We're just saying. So, what'd you guys like about the movie? Since I'm the only one talking.
I didn't know anything about Doctor Strange. I didn't know backstory. I didn't know anything about it. So I liked it because I understood. Like, I don't need another movie to find out something beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I saw everything, and now I know who he is and his backstory. So I like that, and I liked him a lot in it.
Marvel does a good job of, obviously they have to reach the broadest audience, so if you haven't seen any other movies, it's good that you can just jump in anytime and just start. And the last two origin movies that they put out, being Doctor Strange and Ant-Man, have both been really good.
Ant-Man's great.
You think Ant-Man was better than Doctor Strange?
No. Well, they're two different movies. I
They
don't
are.
think you can say one
I
was
argue they're the
better.
exact same movie.
What?
Just exact same movie down to the actor and the movie title. Wait, what? Oh, they are two different movies. Oh shit!
No.
I totally didn't realize that.
That's not planned at all.
Well, it's not planned at all.
Nothing.
So what'd you think?
I liked it. I thought it was gonna be boring.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think it would be boring.
I thought it was gonna
Why?
be boring. I don't know.
Because so many Marvel movies are boring?
No.
When was the last boring Marvel movie?
X-Men 3.
Here's a real question. How did you like the Marvel Studios intro?
Oh, with all the character shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
That was interesting. It was kind of weird.
I like the flipping to the comic books better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agreed.
I like Stanley.
I was trying to figure out what Stan Lee was reading in the bus.
I looked.
It
up.
was
What
the
was it?
levels of.
It was some like it wasn't a comic book. It was like some guy's book on theories about spirit or something. I don't know.
Right.
Something weird. IGN had
Something
it.
to do with the movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was probably one of his weakest cameos, though.
Right.
I like the Spider-Man 2 cameo when he's the music teacher. You haven't seen that, huh?
Is that the one in
amazing?
the library?
Yeah.
When he has the headphones
yeah.
on? Yeah. That one's great.
He's like listening to music and the fight's like going on behind him through the walls and
No, that's
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
I like Deadpool the most.
Stripper
Yeah.
and the DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I really liked it. I liked that they really. I mean, obviously, they had to focus on how injured his hands were, and you see the car just like fold over
His hands.
the. That was rough.
Yeah. That's why you don't drive in text.
Yeah.
I know, at the very end of the movie,
It's like,
there
drive
was like a little
responsibly.
blur.
Yeah. Yeah. Corey,
What didn't you like about it, Corey?
he's
be a list.
This is gonna nitpick.
No, I will nitpick. Good movie, good pacing. I think. You know, spent enough time where it should have. I thought it was kind of weak villain, and the climax was kind of weak.
Question: who is a better villain? Him?
What, the Ant-Man one?
No, not Ant-Man. I think he might have been a better villain. The villain from Civil War. The guy that you said, "Oh, everything's happenstance." Blah, 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 blah.
Like that villain, I hated his plan, but
How did he get the electromagnetic bomb out of the hotel room?
yeah, I know you argue.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, what's the guy's name? Is it Hans?
At least the villain, if this one had anything, he'd just say magic.
Yeah. Okay, the Hans guy, or whatever his name was in Civil War, the German guy
Yeah, I know
who
what you're talking
who planned the whole
That's
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that like electromagnetic bomb in his hotel room. When he opens it and he's talking to the girl outside for the room service.
Housekeeping?
Yeah, and he closes the door and you could see it like in the bathroom or the closet or whatever it is. How the hell did he get it out of the door?
Drop off
It was
balcony.
huge,
We've done that
'cause-
before.
Obviously, he got help from a wizard.
There's too many of them in the world now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
how was it worth it to stay towards the very, very end?
It's set up, I mean,
He's a long-standing.
Yeah,
How
he's a
much did
long
Benjamin
standing-
Bratt get paid to be in that movie?
yeah, he wasn't in it already.
No.
He's like, I want to be in a Marvel movie.
What's
I
the
saw
other
his
name?
name in the credits. I'm like, wait, where was he?
Basketball dude.
The guy
Yeah.
the basketball guy that walked again.
The
Oh,
paraplegic
yeah,
guy.
Miss Congeniality.
Okay.
That's nice, Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know him from.
Nice pull. Wasn't he on like, he was on a TV
NYPD
show?
Blue?
Yeah, NYPD. Is that
No,
it?
I didn't see that.
Didn't watch it.
I didn't either, but
I
I just
neither.
didn't. It's one of those things that's on like all the time.
So, good pacing, everything. Comedy was all there. Funny that the way you beat the last villain is with like a comedy routine. You know, that was awesome. Still kind of a weak finale in a way, but because you don't understand all the rules of like magic, I didn't feel any cause to be worried about anybody. Like they could have fallen it seemed more slapsticky. Like, I don't know, they don't explain the magic rules quite, in detail. So whenever like buildings were folding, he was like, okay, this imagination, can this really hurt anybody? I don't know.
Well, they were in the mirror dimension, weren't they?
Yeah, especially when in the beginning, like, I don't get it. And then Tilda Swinton just let him get away at the beginning. I was like, well, I should let that guy just run through a portal. I thought he just stole like a big secret and like executed somebody. But
I liked Wong listening to the...
Yeah,
Beyonce?
the whole
Beyonce.
interaction was funny. I'll say anything. So, the only thing I know about Doctor Strange is from Marvel crossover events. Like Civil War and whatnot. World War Hulk, they made a point that when he fought the Hulk, that once the Hulk broke his hands, he couldn't do magic.
Yeah.
And this movie completely said that's not...
The opposite.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, well that took away the only thing I knew about magic in this universe.
Yeah.
A couple other nitpicks. But it's just things that you think of. When he did his astral projection thing the first time slowed down, his body was falling slow, and when Tilda Swinton's about to die, she'd slow down time so she'd have one last moment. But when he went to astral projection during the surgery, it was normal time. Time wasn't going slow.
I think you can choose that.
It's magic, Corey.
So could he choose to go slow when the other astral projection was going fast? Like, it's...
Yeah.
Well, he was through some kind of like portal talking to her.
Yeah, he kind of came through something.
Out of the astral... But then they went back to, I gotta go. And then they fought.
Right.
But that should have happened in, like, real time. She should have been, like, injected a needle in super slow motion when they were fighting in real time. So I don't know the rules for all these magical things. I guess it's magic. So
Right.
You like the broomstick falling in the closet and scaring her after the
that
portal
was
closed?
funny. Yeah, she was good in the movie.
I liked her in the movie. I like her as an actress, though.
She's good. It's hard. I mean, there's a lot of actors and actresses that are just annoying. The guy that plays Superman.
No. No.
A lot of people.
He's
But yeah, Rachel McAdams, I don't have any problems with.
Her mole wasn't distracting.
It was a little bit, but I mean, not.
That's what I thought when I was watching it. I was like, man, that isn't right there.
I didn't know how good these weapons were that they summoned. Like when Mads had like a spear.
Mm-hmm.
How come he had that, but in the beginning of the movie he had two real blades?
magic.
Yeah, but why didn't he just use real blades, or why didn't he just use the ice spear in the beginning? And then when it pierced Doctor Strange, he was about to die, but then it magically healed.
But he chopped that guy's head off and put it in a bucket at the beginning. The librarian.
Why did they do it?
I wonder if there's any significance to that.
They just wanted to steal a page out of a book. And there was supposed to be like 80 wizards there, all training.
Uh-huh.
And then nobody came to that defense. Nobody was at New York except one guy.
Well, I don't think anybody knew. I
And
think
the world
they,
has too many wizards.
Stole it and portaled out. So I don't think anybody else knew.
That's like the ultimate power. You just portal in. Why do they portal out to the street in Tokyo to attack the building, the Sanctorum?
Yeah.
Why do they portal into? He's been in there. He's a wizard guy. He's been in. He's been there for a long time.
Where was Harry?
It was Harry.
And it's
In
weird.
London fell.
You need that little thing to travel on your finger.
The sling.
I would carry like 5 of those in my pocket. I put one in my underwear.
Yeah.
So if somebody steals it,
You get one.
why would you only get one? They had a whole thing of
Because
them.
each person gets one.
It's like one of those treasure chests at the doctor's office when you get a shot.
You get
Yeah.
one.
They say like don't lose it if you're in the negative zone or
The mirror.
the mirror zone. And of course that's what he does to the villain. It's like, oh okay, well, you get the villain trapped. Yay! But I would have like 5 of those at least. Because you don't want to get trapped.
Yeah.
So
What about the extra little panel of worlds that, like the forest and the desert, and you can just change it?
That'd be cool.
I want one of those at home.
Yeah. It won't
Just
cost
why
you
not?
as much
That was
to
cool.
fly to get these tattoos.
I didn't see why
Yeah.
that was such a big thing to have one of the people shoved out in the desert. They can just go wherever they want, right?
Yeah.
Well, they had to go find her.
What?
No, because that one guy portaled back to kill
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
That's who stabbed
But
him.
he's like,
His
the
head
one's
was
like running
off.
through that. Oh, I'm gonna make it, and then the door
You
shut.
just be like, whatever.
I was like,
Now you
okay.
just portal in.
Maybe she couldn't in the desert.
Obviously, because she had to be escorted.
She
out
lost her
by-
thing?
Yeah. You didn't see that?
See, why don't you have more of these?
Yeah.
Standard issue, you get one.
Everybody gets one.
And Wizards must really have sucked at defending Tokyo. And it's like, Wong, okay guys, here we go. Don't let anybody in. Cut to 5 seconds later.
He's
They're
dead.
all dead! Even though they have these all-powerful weapons, and there's 3 guys who Doctor
Yeah.
Strange should take out pretty easily, so these wizards must kind of suck. There's no Harry Potters.
Well, it made me feel the same as like the first year wizards and Harry Potter can take on.
And that's one thing. Like Harry Potter had 7 years to tell us how like magic works, and they trained at it. So you see, like a year 1 couldn't take a basilisk or something,
But a year 2 could apparently.
Yeah, but it escalated. So when they're casting death spells at each other and countering, you're like, okay, there's like some art there. And this movie can't really do that because it's one movie, and there's no spells being flung at each other. They just use magic to make weapons, I guess, and then fight. Like you can make a magic fan that you throw at people, and
She had like.
Oh
yeah, she had her
She had a
fans.
fan.
But there's no like spells being like.
Speaking of spells, what do you think about Johnny Depp possibly being the bad guy in the next Fantastic Beasts movie?
That'd be interesting.
He's already been cast. They just don't know what as. I guess he could also be a young
He's great in anything, so.
He's box office disaster, dude.
He really is.
What?
You know that he's like one of the worst.
Like paid people to box office bring in.
They have a stat. It's like Will Ferrell. For every $1 he's paid, he gets like 50 cents back.
Oh, well, that
Whereas
makes sense.
like other people
The
are.
guy who makes like The Conjuring or whatever, he makes movies for like $5 million and they make $185 million.
If he's Grindelwald, I'll be excited.
Really? Why?
Because it'd be cool. It's a bad wizard. I mean, he fits the bill. I mean, he could really look. I don't know. I think he'd look the part. Although he could play Dumbledore too, if he really wanted to.
When was the last time he was a really bad person?
Well, it depends who you talk to. Some people might think he was the bad guy in Edward Scissorhands. He did kill someone.
Oh, he was.
That was a long time ago then.
Well, he killed a person.
By accident, he has scissor hands.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll just be Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. What? Has he ever played a bad guy?
He played that bank
He
robber.
ran
Oh, yeah.
cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Well, Fear and Loathing, he wasn't exactly a good guy.
Well, he's a little messed up, so just
a pretty
give
heavy
him
drug
back to
user.
drugs.
Give him a pass.
What about the other extra scene, Thor?
Thor. That was cool.
Yeah.
And I heard that he's going to have a big role in bringing the team back together as a whole in the next Avengers movie. That's what the rumor is. That he's going to bring, the Iron Man and Captain America people
He looks so
all
small.
back together.
I've seen some things. I
Who?
think that exact scene's
Thor.
going to be in the...
Did he?
Yeah, from his
Well,
leftover.
Yeah, the sea,
Part of the
whatever.
sea.
Yeah.
I think that scene's going to be exactly right, like, in the middle of Thor movie. I think that's going to be like straight from the movie, like how...
Ragnarok. Is Ragnarok this year?
No, it's like a year from now. They just
Oh, it's the next
finished
year.
filming. It's October.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So what's the timeline versus like?
Where this fits in?
Yeah,
Not just-
versus the Avengers. Like, so when they came and destroyed New York, is this supposed to be before this,
It
or is
depends.
this
How long do you think he was
after?
training? So I heard somebody
It's-
say it's like a year he spent training, and they just quickly
Sort of.
made that happen.
I mean, he was sending those emails to Rachel McAdams' character about, I've been gone, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, it takes place after the second Thor because they were talking about trying to find Odin and Loki being here. Did you see that?
That end
Yeah.
clip.
So Thor now knows that Odin is missing.
Yeah.
And Loki
But
was
even
in his
that
place.
mid-credit scene could have been 5 months after the ending of the movie.
Doctor
really.
Strange. Yeah. I wish I had a refillable beer mug.
Right?
That was awesome.
It seems like they mentioned Rhodey in the beginning, right when he's about to veer off the road. Some lieutenant colonel in a Iron Man suit or whatever got hurt.
Oh,
next
yeah.
one,
Oh, they
next
were
one.
going through profile.
They were going through the
didn't
spinal
catch that.
stuff. I didn't catch that.
And so when did Rhodey get hurt? Either that was from Iron Man 2 or...
Rhodey got hurt in Civil War.
He
in
did.
Civil War, yeah.
But it sounded like I thought he said it was like a training accident or something. I don't know when he first put on the suit.
Nah,
Now I gotta watch it again.
I think it's
Now you do.
it would probably refer to Civil War. They
Maybe.
could call it a training exercise. That's what the military does, right?
Just call it training
But-
exercise.
They were... Where were... They were in Germany. Weren't they?
I'm surprised. I don't know. Yeah, in the airport.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I doubt they'd ask Doctor Strange in Manhattan, hey...
Dude, when you're one of the leading people in a
Neurosurgeon?
medical field,
Yeah.
they'll
So they said, hey, we got this guy who could use your help. Like, he just fought the event,
Well, they went through like 4 other people to lead
Yeah.
up to that.
yeah, the person that got struck by lightning.
Right?
You'd think that'd be a high-profile case he'd want to... Like, what do they call it? What's
Don't
it
give those details away, though.
What details?
No? Of it being an Avenger getting hurt and the
Yeah, they probably wouldn't want to.
cause
Yeah, but-
tension.
I guess a lot more people know that Rhodey is
if
the
they-
Iron Patriot.
If they didn't want to know
Or
what happened, they
War
should have
Machine.
fought at an airport where there's millions of people in the terminal watching.
Yeah. I guess I haven't said what I think about the movie yet, right?
No.
I liked it. It was good.
I was hoping Doctor Strange, you know how they show him stealing books from Wong's library? I was hoping he'd learn to fight like that and just do
Portal in
basically...
and
You could
out?
punch in
Yeah.
the portal.
Like, kind of how like Quicksilver fought in a way like in, you know, the X-Men movie, but have their own unique, like, just portal.
No, it's like in the when they were in the future, she opened the
that
portals
same thing too,
where
yeah.
they went. Yeah, that's cool. I like that because
Yeah.
it gives you the momentum, and then you open up a portal and you just
Yeah.
kick somebody in the face.
That would be cool. Although the way you play with time was pretty badass. Although the villains came out of the time loop was...
I like the girl that got trapped in the. You didn't like that the girl got trapped in the fish tank. And
I like that
That was
Mads
cool.
actually got trapped in the concrete and that was the end of him.
Well, then he came out of the concrete.
I wish he would stay trapped. If you get buried in concrete, like solid concrete, I would still be like-
your body wouldn't be anything. You would just be mush.
Yeah, you don't have momentum. You're not Juggernaut. You can't.
Well, it's magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine.
Come on.
Do you only get one relic?
I don't know. Well, no, because he had the staff and he had the boots.
They have to decide.
The relics aside.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was wearing the medallion
Like a
and the
wand.
cape.
Oh, so the medallion is considered one of
Well,
them.
it's an infinity stone.
When did everybody in the theater go? Oh, when they said
No.
Infinity Stone, they did.
The
when,
guy next to me,
when we were
on like every part, was like overly excited about everything.
when they said Infinity Stone in our theater, people were like,
That's all.
So there's two left.
I think there's only one.
because there's 6.
According to, I looked at IGN like things you may not notice. I think it's like the Soul Stone or something. I
Because
can't
there's
remember.
6. There's
Time, space.
the Tesseract, the one in the Tesseract.
That's space.
Um,
The Loki staff is mind.
what?
Loki staff.
Oh,
mine.
okay, that's 2.
But now it's in Vision's head.
Yeah, that's the one that Vision's head.
Power or whatever was the one from Guardians.
Guardians, that's
That's
3.
no, of course.
Thor 2 was reality.
That's 4. I can do math, and then this one would be 5.
And then we're missing 6.
So I'm missing
Soul, I
6.
think.
So 6. What else is out? What's the next thing out? It's Thor's next year and Guardians is next year.
There's
Guardians
something-
is between the summer, but it's coming soon, according to the
Spider-Man's next year as well, but that's not part of
Homecoming,
the. I mean,
yeah.
that's the first. That's the first Marvel Sony joint Spider-Man movie.
See how
Do we have
goes.
that long of a break?
6
Maybe.
months?
I think Thor doesn't. No, one of them, Guardians, comes out
Four,
in
6
May.
months.
It's 5, 7 months, 7.5
It
months.
said summer. It didn't say anything.
There's more. Somebody have their phone.
I got
Bring
it.
up your phone and look up what the Marvel release schedule is, because obviously, Marvel Studios releases 2 a year, but Spider-Man's going to be Sony Marvel, so that's kind of
We
yeah.
won't count it,
Logan will be next year.
but that's a different.
That's Fox, right?
Yeah. Deadpool starts production in January. That'll probably be
totally different.
2018. And those are
We're
different.
talking about the MCU.
Black Panther's 2018, right?
No idea.
Who do you think Michael Keaton's going to play in Spider-Man? Vulture? Seems to be what everybody thinks.
Birdman.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it.
You
Makes
haven't
me
seen
mad.
Birdman?
And I was
I haven't
Gordon.
seen that. I tried. I can't get into that movie.
I did that with Lost.
What's great?
First episode.
So
When you're watching Birdman, though, when you watch it knowing that there's like no cuts, that it just keeps going, kind of, that makes it interesting just to watch it for that reason alone.
She didn't
Did you
realize
notice
that.
that?
She's like, no.
I
Like-
noticed it, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, like the scenes didn't end; they just kept kind of going and editing.
Lacey's into a very specific kind of movie and show.
Oh no, not.
So it's.
I like everything.
You don't like Birdman.
Boy, that's one thing.
It was almost. He was like runner up for best movie and best actor and all
No,
kinds
that's
of
why I
things.
tried to watch it, and I didn't understand why.
It's about one guy going through depression and stuff, but it depends how far you made it because it started getting all right.
So what do you want to know?
What's the-
Guardians is May 5th.
Okay.
Spider-Man is July 7th.
Okay.
Thor is November 3rd.
All right.
So 6 months.
And then Black Panther is in 2018.
What else is in 2018?
The Avengers.
Avengers.
Infinity War. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Captain Marvel.
She
oh, that's
sucks. She's got
2019.
a bitch face.
Who?
She's good and lost.
Evangeline Lilly.
Really?
I love her. She's so pretty. She's the best.
She had a
In what,
horrible
Lost?
haircut in the Ant-Man.
I did not like a haircut.
She was better in Hobbit
If
than
that's
she was
that's a
in...
complaint.
I actually have no problems with it. I just knew she'd be irritated.
I do really like her a lot. Captain Marvel.
I want to see Paul Rudd and Eggs Benedict act together in a Marvel movie. Like they both have like this.
Because they're kind of snarky. They're kind of sarcastic.
Yeah,
Yeah. That kind of it honestly caught me off guard with Doctor Strange. I didn't think it was. I thought it was going to be all serious the whole time.
Like straight face?
Yeah.
Mm.
no,
He was good.
Yeah,
I really liked it. I mean, minus like the Corey complaints, not your complaints, but my complaints that are like your complaints.
Yeah. My complaints don't hold weight on the movie as a whole. You know.
What would you give it?
An A. Good
An
movie.
A?
Yeah.
1 through 10. What do you give it?
Oh, I was gonna say an 8. So
An 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
How many stars would you give it out of 5?
Okay, are we doing like different metrics? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say 7.
Wait, how many stars are you giving
Wait,
her?
you get 5 stars.
What?
You get 5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars.
She got 1 through 10. He got letters.
I'll give it a 4.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
I'd give it an 89% out of 100.
Really?
That was about all the same.
B plus, A minus.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What was your complaint then? You liked it less than I did.
Well, now I watch movies through your eyes, and I just nitpick. It seemed like he became a master too fast.
If they would have had a montage and it said, and they had calendar days
Over
flying
time.
out,
Then I
like,
would've-
stereotypical.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a great movie, but I have to be blown away by something to think it's an A. Like Civil War to me was
The
just...
special effects weren't enough.
I think visually it was great.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun to watch. I
that's
mean, I'm
something
not
different,
really
though.
complaining about it. I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
I wonder why you gave it a B.
B plus. Something...
You couldn't give it 90%.
If they would have developed the villain a little bit more, Corey,
I thought you
then maybe...
You had
then
no
maybe.
complaint on that.
Well, wasn't it that he was training and the guy was like, well, your life may depend on this one day. And so
Like the next day.
the next day he
Yeah.
falls through this.
No,
and
there
he
was like an
becomes,
8-month period between there. They just didn't
Okay.
show the calendar dates flying off
Yes.
the...
That was my only problem. I was
Flying
like, wait a minute, yesterday he was
How much time was
training
progressing?
and-
To get that last 10%, 11%, I have to be blown away. And I liked it a lot, but I wasn't like, oh my god, this is awesome.
I didn't like that flip of him being a villain. Like, I guess I understand it kind of, but it seems like, God, you're an idiot.
I can understand why he went against them because he didn't approve of them using the dark arts stuff, but not, I don't approve of the dark arts, now I'm going to kill a bunch of wizards or sorcerers.
It's kind of
Well, he
like
didn't
that.
kill him.
No, but
He just took it away from him.
Who's saying
Right.
he won't in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a reason. If you want to walk away from it, go
It's like-
meditate in the mountains and do your own thing. That's fine.
It's like
but-
I've been a wizard for my whole life. It's all I defend. I defend the earth, and oh wait, you use actually a little tiny bit of this dark magic to keep yourself, super old so you can defend the earth. Oh no, shame on you. I have this. I'm gonna take the powers away from everybody.
He's a fucking straight edge
Yeah.
sorcerer.
Yeah, he is.
His turn was a little bit too sudden and abrupt.
I like his boots though; those were cool.
I like the fact that they have
His light
like
boots.
Yeah, they were neat.
special like items like an RPG or something.
Yeah, it made me think of Heroes Might and Magic because there
Colorado.
are some boots that you can jump over mountains.
When they show him in the background and you just see him like jump like 3 steps, or like we did that kick, I was like, oh, that's cool. They still have it in the movie. Like,
Yeah,
I assume that's the only reason him and Doctor Strange didn't fall to their death.
because one had levitation. One
Yeah,
had
even though
boots.
everybody else was falling, but nobody else got hurt. And why'd they stand back and let Tilda Swinton die?
They just watched. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like watching
She knew
Yoda
she was
fight.
gonna die.
Remember,
Did
it
you not
was
get
like
that?
up
She
to
didn't
that
tell
moment.
them at that point.
She didn't tell them.
But she's talking about the moment. She's like, I've seen
Yeah,
this before.
She
But-
said that in the hospital after she fell down and ate shit.
But they didn't know. They could have jumped in and helped her fight.
Right.
But it's like watching Yoda fight. Nobody ever helps him fight because he's like the master. They're like, oh, they don't need help.
When did Yoda fight that nobody was watching? When Obi-Wan and Anakin both got slashed?
Anakin had his hand severed. It was cauterized. He could have been fine. He could have jumped in.
Tell that to Luke.
Fine.
Yeah, you don't need a hand.
Yeah, Katrina does fine.
No, Obi-Wan was the bitch who got slashed in the legs.
Yeah.
He was the
What
punk.
about was when he was fighting Count Dooku and he chopped his head off? Oh, that wasn't Yoda
That
fighting.
wasn't Yoda.
That was
He fought.
he fought him by
Emperor.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody ever just stopped and watched Yoda like you say.
I'm sure if I go back, I can find something where
They
there were
watch the
people
Clone
there.
War cartoons.
Yeah, I'll go. Don't make me go back and do research. I don't want to. We'll just say that I'm right and
Like,
you're wrong.
when they're fighting on that, what did I say it was kaleidoscope ground, and
Yeah.
she's like, "No, I got this," and then she eats shit, and they're just standing there watching. Oh
Why were
shit!
the street names on that? That bothered me.
What?
What?
On the ground,
Oh,
when
there
they were
was-
fighting, there were street names.
We've
Wall
been on
Street
Ble-
was on there.
We've been on Bleecker Street.
Yeah.
We've been on Wall Street.
That bothered me.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I saw
see?
it.
I was watching the action.
That
It was a
my-
camera angle down of the shifting ground, and it said Wall Street and other things.
That's cool.
I really wanted that when he went up to the first building and it was on that Bleecker Street. I was like, please be Sherlock Street. Like
Yeah,
a
right.
little tiny reference.
That'd be cool.
Well, I wonder if there will ever be like I've seen memes online and stuff, a slight subtle comment about it if when Doctor Strange meets Tony Stark because they both played Sherlock.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Death battle.
Death battle.
I guess Eggs Benedict was the face of the motion capture for Dormammu.
Dormammu.
Yeah.
Was
Different voice. It was uncredited voice, but he apparently wanted to do it. You know, he did the face of Schmaug. And...
Speaking of uncredited voices, okay, this is way out of left field. So I was watching Dodgeball yesterday. You seen Dodgeball? You seen Dodgeball?
Lacey's like, what?
You know when White, is his name White Goodman or is it something White?
White Goodman.
White Goodman? He's about to have like sex with a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
He's watching a cooking show and there's somebody talking to him. I'm like, that sounds like Remy. That sounds like Patton Oswalt. So I look it up and it was Patton Oswalt talking about sour cream on the computer, but it was an
That's
uncredited
funny.
role.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember him having sex with a pizza?
No.
And then his
I
big
haven't seen
sidekick.
What?
I left.
Whoa!
A long time.
I left. Katrina and I
left
left Eric's wedding
Eric's
early to go see that.
Great choice.
Yeah,
Well, it didn't
It
last,
didn't
though.
matter
It's
anyway.
yeah.
How many times do you think Dormammu had to suffer through?
Like, did it go for 100 years? Like,
No.
Yeah, or do you think because
the
they didn't show like the
Yeah.
calendar dates that it was really like 18 times?
well, I'm assuming that it took quite a while because I mean, how
And,
He
like
has to get
he
frustrated.
wouldn't get bored in 30 minutes.
a creature that's cosmic, that is all knowing, all seeing, and just as an
Obviously
entity.
not.
And he got bored after like probably like our time was like 3 minutes, where Bill Murray at least went through like 10,000 years.
I wanted him to say something different each time. Like, change it up towards the end.
He did say it in a different tone each
Yeah,
time.
in a
Like
different
it was
tone.
like a
And
fuck
back.
you tone.
Yeah.
It's like when you're talking to your parents as a teenager and you're just like,
I'm here to bargain.
Oh, no.
you get that reference?
I got it. Nobody else.
I did the Friends
Oh, I
bump
did.
fist
Because
fuck
I'm on
you.
Season 5.
It's 10 seasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Katrina and I have literally watched Friends through 2.5 times. I'm not even over exaggerating.
No, that's easy to say.
So
Yeah.
funny.
We
It's
did-
so clever.
Corey and I have done this on the podcast before. Since we've done this a bunch of times, and this is our first co-ed. I guess that would be
Yes.
boy-girl dance. What do you? I mean, we've gone over Doctor Strange a lot. What are you guys' top 5 shows? If you could only watch 5 shows, not like these are my top 5 shows, I can watch other ones. You can only watch
Like,
5
forever?
shows
Like you're stranded.
forever.
And then we said survival shows, obviously.
Yeah, Survivor.
That'd
Man.
probably be smart. I didn't even think about that.
Was Lost on yours?
I can't remember. It might have been.
I
That
think-
would be
I
heartbreaking
think
forever.
I think just off because they're on the island, right?
No,
They're on an island,
just
and you're on the
stuff
island.
that happens that you don't know about. And keep watching.
I
We're
don't
not
care.
gonna watch it, so don't worry.
I think
about
mine was Futurama,
That would be a good choice.
Friends, Scrubs, Game of Thrones, and then I can't remember what my 5th one was.
Well, Game of Thrones hasn't ended yet. Don't say that. It could end horribly.
Yeah, it could.
It could
It
end
might have
like
been
How I Met
Walking.
Your
It might have been
Mother.
Walking Dead.
Right?
Yeah,
Horrible.
that sucked. But I got a cartoon with Futurama. I got comedy with Friends and Scrubs.
Right?
I got drama with Game of Thrones. And I want to say my last one was Walking Dead just because I kind of have to put it on there.
You
Kind of
got
have to.
Yeah.
I would do X-Files minus their funny ones.
You don't get to minus anything. You chose
You
X-Files.
can skip.
Horrible.
You can take a nap at that
Yeah.
time.
Shoot
You
cobweb.
might want to watch them when you're just... That's all you get to watch for the rest of your life. So what do you got? X-Files?
Yeah,
That's 1.
that's one.
I have
You
to really
have
think
4
about
more.
this.
Well, you're next, so... Keep going. Katrina.
Futurama. Yeah,
X-Files,
for sure.
Futurama,
I would agree with Friends.
Friends. It's a great show.
It is really great. I'm waiting for the tanning episode.
Mhm.
This is my favorite.
I like your... He goes, I like your color. What do you use? Like Puerto Rican?
The turkey episode just happened.
With the one on the head?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I've watched it so many times that when she has a turkey on her head and she's trying to impress him, there's a feather or a piece of dust that
Oh, yeah.
floats down and hits the light that they're shining on and reflects backwards. And it's the only thing I can see in that scene now when I'm watching it.
Oh, great.
Ruined.
Go back and watch it again. You
Ruined.
just watched it.
Yeah.
Watch it again and you'll be like, oh. Or have you noticed that, Chandler, what's his name in real life? Matthew Perry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is missing a finger?
No.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
nub. It's like down to the knuckle.
What?
Yeah.
You only see it in certain shots.
Yeah.
It's really rare.
We just found out he's missing a toe, but not a finger. In real
Who's missing a toe?
When Monica slices off his toe.
Well, no,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know about anything else.
We have a guy at
Real.
work that lost a toe.
Oh,
Happens.
during work.
No.
Oh, darn.
No.
You got X-Files, Futurama, Friends.
Hannibal was good. The third season wasn't,
So 2 seasons of a show.
That's pretty short.
Yeah.
2 seasons forever.
but it was really good.
It was really good. Really good. Really good.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
What were yours, Corey?
South Park for one.
Of course.
Game of Thrones. I forget if Breaking
Come
Bad.
on, Mumbler. You're not even getting picked up here.
I forget if
Breaking Bad was
maybe
great, but
I think Better Call Saul's better.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I don't know if it's better,
I think
but
it's better.
the fact that it's as good as it is, and Corey and I have talked about it, that it's so good and you care about nothing happening. You're like, there's not really much, there's not big things happening like in Breaking Bad. And it's just like, you don't like it.
No,
Okay.
I do, but it's like the last thing I watch on my DVR. I'm like, oh, okay, this is left.
Mine's Arrow. It's still on there from last
Oh, it's getting real bad.
season. Yeah.
No, it got real bad last season.
Oh, because I'm still watching it. So it's
I didn't
still
watch
bad.
the last 4 episodes of last season. I haven't watched The Flash this season at all. I
Flash-
like The Flash a lot.
Flash this season sucks.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
it's
did
well,
some time. He went back and changed
Oh,
time.
yeah, I want to watch that.
No, you don't.
No, it's a
because-
big comic book throwback. That's why.
It's terrible.
So you'll like it.
Yeah.
They just stuck with it, and that's it. And everything's changed. I'm like, all right.
I like Game of Thrones, but I don't know if I'm willing to throw it in there as best all time until it's over. Because How I Met Your Mother ruined everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dexter really ended terribly, too.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
said
Did you watch
Lost did.
Dexter?
I watched the. I think I got through season 1.
That was a great
That's
show.
it?
Yeah.
It's a really good show.
Did you think Lost had a bad ending?
It had a sad ending.
That
you
wasn't
dis-
the answer
were you
to the
dis-
question.
Were you disappointed in the last few episodes?
I was not disappointed. I was surprised.
I was not disappointed. I know a lot of people were. Because everybody wanted answers for everything. And they kind of wrote it off like, well, you don't need the answers.
That's an asshole answer.
But that's basically what one character says. It's all about the time you spent with everybody,
Isn't
Yeah.
that like what The Sopranos did? I don't watch
It
that
just
either.
ended.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Because
Yeah.
basically it's like the second before the main character died, although they don't show it.
You haven't watched The Wire, have you?
No, I started that because
It's supposed to be. It's listed as the number 2 best show of all time on multiple lists,
Yeah.
with Breaking Bad being the first.
I started that show based on a different podcast.
What podcast?
A
We're gonna bleep
different-
it out on here.
Oh!
A different
Oh.
podcast?
No, that kid that got arrested for murder in, that killed supposedly killed his girlfriend. What the fuck is his name?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You like The Wire?
It was it's Serial. The podcast is Serial, and
Okay.
it went through like his whole. So he's getting a retrial right now. This
Oh,
is, like,
I have
forever.
heard that.
Yeah.
But
So his actual stuff took place in the same department as The Wire.
Mhm.
It's based on, and they go through all the stuff that happened to him is
Huh.
actually like what they do in The Wire, and like they'll go off and they'll.
So
like,
you
talk
actually
stuff.
listen to podcasts?
No, that was like a year ago, and then I have 29 waiting for me.
I don't have any.
Nip Tuck was a good show.
Nip Tuck was a good show. I was thinking about if we had time, I'd like to rewatch it. I've never seen the first 3 episodes. You and James watched them without me.
Oh.
what the
No, I'm
fuck?
not even complaining about it. I really like the show. I've never seen the first couple episodes.
That's fucked up, Katrina.
Oh, of course.
I picked Psych. Psych is on my list for sure.
Katrina still has too. So you had Lost.
I don't know
Psych.
if I could rewatch Lost that many, because I'm rewatching it with Emma right now, and it's just
Bad?
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Okay.
watch it again.
Because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm watching her watch it for the first time, and she's like bawling, and I'm like, oh no.
Did you ever cry,
Where
Corey?
is she balling at?
Why?
I got
it's
sad,
not
yeah.
Penny's boat.
Oh, okay. The end of it. You know when you watch a show for so long and you're like, oh, it's over. You get that like a sad
Yeah.
feeling? Edit that. But individual characters die.
I would have felt that way about How I Met Your Mother, but I was just angry.
Yeah.
Very angry.
You know why he was killed on there, right?
He wanted off, didn't he?
He wanted off because him and Evangeline Lilly broke up in real life.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So he was like, I'm done.
I
Just
didn't really...
like Ron and Cersei.
I don't like...
Did you know
Film
that?
together?
They can't even be in the same room
Really?
together. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't like his character that much on that show compared to other people. Desmond was my favorite.
Really?
I like Desmond, and I'm so glad he had a happy ending. Yeah,
He did.
because
He did.
Anyways,
Anyway.
I won't. Even with us watching Friends as much as we have, I won't watch the last episode anymore. Because then I know that I
It's
have
over.
to. Then it's over, and I know I have to start it over again.
Have you seen Sight?
At least I didn't date somebody that
Yeah,
didn't watch the
that's-
last fucking
that's-
Harry Potter movie.
that's the
That bitch still hasn't watched the fucking last. Oh, there's nobody I dislike more.
But you don't like that, and you won't watch The Last Friends?
Huh?
The same way?
But I have at least 6 times. But I know.
At least?
Yes, I've
Yeah.
seen it because I've seen it on TV a bunch of times too. Because when we don't have anything to watch, it's on the stupid
Well,
old.
the League is now right.
Yeah, we've watched
Oh,
the League again too.
disagree.
But I've seen it on several times. So I've watched it twice through. I've seen it the original time I watched the whole thing through, and I've at least seen it 2 or 3 more times on TV. Fuck you.
So you don't want to watch it just to cap it off and then start another show?
No, because I just start Friends over again. That's how it was.
That's why we had to stop watching it, because that's all we would watch.
Yeah, because I would get to season like 9, and then I would start back at the seasons that I liked again and watch it through again.
They're so young in the
wrong with
beginning.
you?
So young.
Pick a different show. Fuck.
Well, I
You
guess
need to pay attention.
I'm
we
so
can't do
tired
that.
at the end of the day because I put the kids down at 8:30 and I go to bed at 9:30, and half the time I fall asleep anyways. I don't want to watch something I really want to focus on.
Well, if you watch it, something you don't want to focus on like 3 times, you'll get it by the end.
Yeah.
The third time.
No, the whole thing is Margarita's never watched the last Harry Potter movie because she doesn't want it to be over.
Well, she's.
It's over anyways.
Yeah. Well, it's not really over. You can go up to Harry Potter World. It's awesome.
Not going home, not really.
Now, I can't even think of Harry saying that. I think of Rise Darby
Yes.
saying it on
Yeah.
Yes Man.
Yeah. Funny guy.
Oh, that was funny.
It is. That was like Jim Carrey coming back
Before he lost it.
before he lost it and
Now he's
Crazy.
anti-vaccination and
wasn't
Getting
he?
sued.
Yeah.
For his girlfriend dying.
overdosing on his pills,
Shit happens.
I guess. Next movie you guys are excited for?
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts!
Yeah.
So-
Even though I don't know when I'm going to see it.
I said that Emma's available for Oliver, or I am.
Okay. Then we can take Parker?
Yeah.
Unless you want to just see it the two of us and then I can take him to see it again, or you can take him to see it again, like we've done before
Because I'm seeing it on the 18th.
when it comes out.
Well, yeah, well, it comes out on Thursday. I have to go Friday.
Okay.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
Rogue One is what, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that?
Oh, yeah, because we're in November.
I care 10 times more about Rogue One than
Yeah, well,
Fantastic.
you're not a very big Harry Potter fan.
the Fantastic Beasts movie. The trailers haven't sold me. Like, I understand it's Harry Potter universe, cool, but the trailers themselves haven't done.
To me, there's never been a bad Harry Potter movie.
no.
To me, there's been a lot of bad Star Wars movies.
It's starting fresh.
Yeah, I understand that, and I agree with you, but more than half of
I
the Star Wars
would
movies
say,
are bad.
Like, his trailers are misleading, but all the last trailers for like Harry Potter 7, 8,
Were
6,
epic.
Yeah, and Fantastic
It's-
Beasts hasn't sold me.
It's also a new group of characters, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard. I mean,
Like, so is Rogue One, and Rogue One trailers.
Like, I'm not excited about the
cool.
lead dude anyways.
Why?
yeah,
If
He's
you don't
weird
like,
looking.
he is weird.
so is Benedict Cumberbatch, and you really like him.
Okay, so, yeah.
He's weird looking.
I was like, whatever, until Doctor Strange. I'm like, oh, hey.
No.
When he was
Wait,
Khan,
you
he
don't
has
like
a lot
him
of weird
so?
things with his mouth.
No, I think he's a great actor. Just
Yeah.
never.
My high school English teacher got to see him play like Hamlet or some Shakespearean person in London last year,
What?
because I guess he does a lot of theater out there.
He would.
I would love to see The Cursed Child, but it's never going to come here. And if it comes here, it's going to be in New York. It's not going to be in San Diego.
Yeah.
Lame.
I'm not
Watch
going
on the
back
internet. Somebody's
Mm.
downloading
You don't
it,
know
totally.
that.
What's
there.
up?
No, we're not going back there anytime soon.
Where?
You might have to go back there.
In New York. Yeah, no. That's not happening.
Oh, if she ever goes back to New York, I'm going.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not a trip I'll miss.
That's like Chicago or
I'd go to New Orleans again.
You guys just fly out to the East Coast all you want.
On her company's dime.
for me.
Edit.
Yeah.
No edit.
It's not like we pay for anything out of their pocket.
No.
It's just you get to go for free and you get the
get to
hotel
go
room.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have people at your hotel.
That's true.
So I'm sure you have at all the places you've been to.
Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks.
Almost made it the whole podcast.
No. That was coming.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts I think is going to be good. Especially it has David Yates directing it, and he directed the last 3 or 4 Harry Potter movies.
Right.
So obviously he knows.
What he's
Is that-
doing.
I was trying to see it at Sinopolis, but Del Mar's closed right now.
I hate Parkway Plaza.
They redid their seats.
I know. I was there yesterday. It was okay. I won't go to the Grossmont Theater because last time I went there with Parker, the seats had springs sticking out.
Oh, they're still horrible.
They're really horrible, but they redid the whole
lobby.
Who cares about that?
They have alcohol
and they have a whole new menu, and it's all
if you gotta wait 25 minutes to get fucking popcorn.
Katrina wanted popcorn so bad, and then she
I had an
came back with
ordeal
nothing.
today. It wasn't even fun.
You just don't wait in line like a normal person?
I was. Everybody was taking forever. I wasn't gonna wait there.
The guy that sold me popcorn at Regal, I think, was tweaking because he's tapping on the counter, and he's sweating. And he's like looking. I'm like, what?
There was a kid lost in our theater.
I think there was a kid lost in our theater.
She's wandering up and down the aisle. Brought down. Get away, kid! Get away!
I was thinking about helping him, and then I'm like, I wonder if this kid just went into the wrong movie theater, or like he's trying to
wandering around.
So I'm like, eh.
The guy in Target wanted to go to the movies with Katrina.
What? What happened?
She had a really bad morning.
Everywhere she goes.
What happened?
I had a bad morning. So I went to Target to get Good and Plenty's, which of course they didn't have.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't. Not when I was there.
I went there right
course.
after, and they're in the front, in the separate whole little aisle.
So I went to the movie theater box section of the candy aisle. Going to get Good and Plenty's. Look at them. He's like, going to get my candy. It's not there. Okay, Red Vines, not there. So I settle for Sprees, and I go to the checkout counter with my snack bags and my Sprees, and I'm checking out. Oh, hey, how's it going? Good. Going home to watch football? Nope, going to a movie. Oh. What are you going to see? Doctor Strange? Oh, I hear that's good. Yeah, me too. Uh-huh.
I think your tone of voice was different.
No,
Yeah.
It was.
I wasn't even
definitely
looking
that.
at him. I was looking at the
It's
screen,
gonna
doing all
be
my stuff.
good.
And
I'm
then
gonna
her
see
sprees
it.
dropped all over the floor in the movies. And she could not catch a break.
No.
So he has to go to the movie with you, huh?
No, so he asked me to come back and tell him how it was. And
That's
I was like,
weird.
uh-huh.
So when Brittany and I went back into Target, we were walking by and we both said, I bet that's the kid that I was asking. Because he was at the end. He's like, hello. And he
Blonde
was-
kid?
Yeah.
No, of
He was like
course.
overzealous.
I
and
hate
everything.
people that are over cheerful.
I don't like when people talk to me and I'm not talking to them. I just want to get in and get out and go upon my business.
Yeah, I walked by, I'm like, there's Katrina's Good and Plenty's right there.
So mad. And then when I couldn't get my popcorn, I was even more mad.
So they didn't give it to you, or it just took forever?
I got out of line.
No.
Yeah, she came back with nothing.
Impatient.
Yes.
Well, it's better than me fucking late. You live across the street. You show up when like the fourth preview plays.
I missed the previews I already saw. I see them on the internet, dude.
Not the same.
That's not the same as.
We're
Okay,
all
well,
the
I've watched
same.
them on my phone. Every time I try to watch them on my phone, you're like, I'll just watch them on my screen at home. So I got to watch it. The difference between a phone and your monitor is the difference between a monitor and a big
So
screen.
in your previews, did they lower the lights for your previews?
Yeah, they always lower the lights.
So they did not lower
No,
the
they
lights.
They
for
lower
our
the lights, but they
previews.
don't turn them off.
Well, it was still like really like regular lights,
Mhm.
and everyone's talking and everyone's doing stuff, and I'm like, shh, I want to watch. So I wish they would lower the lights more.
Well, that's what
For
happens when we
previews.
go do Grossmont.
All right, I think we're good.
Yeah? You're okay?
Yeah, we're at an hour.
Really?
Signing off.
No other jabs?
Yeah, you have to do the song.
Yeah, there's a song. You would know this if you ever listen to the goddamn
All right.
podcast. There's not a song.
Is
Yeah,
it like,
Courtney-
is it like clean up?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
do
we-
your part.
9 to 5, 9 to 5.
yeah, that's what we do.
Oh,
I also-
Courtney needs a keyboard.
Yeah. I also record when people think I'm not recording to get regular stuff.
Raw.
Yeah. So I recorded for
Material.
like 5 minutes before we actually started.
Good. So there's
You
5
tell me
minutes
you-
of me being a cat lady.
You do this
Yeah.
when
Perfect.
we're not doing the podcast, so you get incriminating evidence on people.
Yeah. No, in California you have to legally tell people they're being recorded, or you can get in a lot of
Can't
trouble.
use it.
If you want to use it in court.
That's why I told Vic not to.
You can keep it for personal use.
Yeah, well, Vic was trying to. He talking about using it just in case.
What?
Who's audio?
He recorded his mom
Oh.
on phone calls and stuff. Yeah, you can't do
You
that.
can't do that. It's like when I like...
All right, the dog's crying. That's this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds. I'm Robert Swathwood with Corey Urkel,
Mm-hmm.
Katrina Swathwood,
Hello.
Liar.
and Katrina the Liar, and Lacie
Ewing.
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 All right.
A ewe and a wing.